Good morning, Greek islands. This is Turkey, and this is Greece. And after we left Izmir, day before yesterday in Turkey, we came around here to the island of Patmos, where John wrote his Revelation, the last book of the Bible. Then we went up to Mykonos, where we spent the afternoon yesterday. And then overnight, we have been traveling all the way down here to Rhodes. We're going to disembark right here at the city of Rhodes, and then we're going to drive down here to the Bay of St. Paul, where St. Paul docked his ship when he came this way. And then we are going to eventually go tonight back up towards Athens. Breakfast on the Orient Queen, either downstairs in the nice dining room or up on the deck in the fresh air. Great food. Good start for the day. Okay, our group is leaving on a walking tour with Andy here, who is our Greek guide. We're taking a walking tour of Rhodes. And here's our group. Wow, what a lot of people.
No pictures, no pictures.
Hi, Steve.
Hello. All right. Wow, what a lot of people. Ending up with Father Duvall and my wife Janet and Jim, one of the escorts. And here we go. We'll say goodbye to our ship here for a little while as we take a walking tour of Rhodes. This is where Paul landed, and a church was started here later in his name. These are my grandkids. We have 11 grandkids. These are Greek kids out on their field trip. Hello. After touring the ancient medieval city of Rhodes on the island of Rhodes, where Paul landed 2,000 years ago, we went back to the ship and had lunch, and Matthew played the piano for us all in the lounge, and Father was friendly and talking with everybody and counseling and so on. And we even got a nice big smile from our hotel manager, Paganos, before we head out for another trip this afternoon.
Monument, 5,000 people live and work in here. And many of them, they still live in buildings dating back to the Middle Ages. They cannot touch the facade of their buildings, they can modernize the inside. It's one of the reasons that the medieval city is so well preserved. You can see here to your right, there's a moat. Look at that. that goes around the city that never ever contain water. A dry moat. Okay?
I always had a tender spot in my heart for the Lord, and I heard Billy Graham say, you can put your name in there. For God so loved the world, so loved Steve Ray, that if Steve Ray will believe in him, he'll not perish but have everlasting life. And then George Beverly Shea came on, who used to sing at the end, just as I am without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me. And just like now, I walked out the street in the country, and tears are running down my eyes. And I said, Jesus, I'm only 17 years old, but today I'm going to give my life to you. And from that point on, the whole goal of my life is to serve him. So I sat down that night and I started a letter. And it started out, Dear Dad, you're the best father in the world, and I owe you an explanation. And I started typing him a love letter, basically, my mom and dad. And I typed and I typed and I typed almost all night, for nights in a row. And it became the book Crossing the Tiber. Crossing the Tiber was never going to be a book. It was a letter I wrote to my mom and dad.
Africa is not far, the Middle East very close, Asia right across where Turkey is, and Europe on the other side. In the commercial ways,
Talking about roads.
the maritime ways leading from north to south and east to
Mediterranean
west.
Sea is right over there, and on the other side
this
of that
is
is
the important
Turkey.
point. Don't forget
Coming to the
that
port where
traveling in
St.
ancient
Paul
times to find their way, they
landed
will go
with
from
his ship.
island to island. They will follow the coastlines. Exactly what Paul did.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I got that.
We had 4 buses and 4 good Greek guides, and all along the way, an hour out to Lindos and an hour back, I told my conversion story, and the others told stories, and the priests told their vocation stories. Mike Aquilina shared about the fathers of the church. It was a great trip. Wonderful to see the port where St. Paul had come into port there 2,000 years ago. We got back to the ship in time. We had a wonderful dinner and mass, and even penance service, confession. Priests were lined up to hear our confessions.